No, man, don't do this. Don't do this. Everybody does it. Everyone. Everyone has this optimistic projection. Show that you're good at numbers. Hello everyone, let's critique. Today we're gonna look at another VR pitch because I know you need it. You need to get your ideas out there. You need people to understand you, what you do, the service you provide, and how you can make their business profit and how you can make profit. So what we're gonna do today is jump right in, look at another pitch from a VR startup and learn from them. The do and don'ts of pitching such hard realities indeed in front of investors. Let's give it a look.
Let's get things started. I believe our first is Lucid VR. So let's give them a warm welcome to the stage.
Lucid VR, let's hear.
Hey everyone, not as tall as you. All right. Hi, my name is Joe Hill. I'm with Lucid VR, the world's first stereoscopic 3D 180 degrees camera for VR. How many people are actually...
Okay, a bit of enthusiasm, right? You are the first of a kind. Don't skip through it. Just mention every word. We are the first 3D stereoscopic VR camera. Just mention it, be clear, and wait so that people absorb it.
California. How many people from the US? And elsewhere? The problem of distance is quite evident with long-distance relationships. They've plagued and dulled relationships long over time. Now, a quarter of a billion people in the world actually suffer this in a structural sense.
I'm a bit
Expats,
confused.
Transplants, people that are moving from another location and living in a totally new environment, and their relationships are strained with this type of new experience in a new reality. Now, people are trying to recreate and enrich the relationships that are now long distance with virtual reality and trying to make 2D experiences suffice for their relationship. Now, that just doesn't do because it takes a lot of...
That's the point. That was actually the problem statement, right? Long distance relationship. Isn't that a bit niche and a bit too narrow? I mean, when we are talking about content creation and taking advantage of the product that they are going to tell us about, just long distance relationship is not enough, right? I mean, you need to focus on a broader audience and bring it something like, and content creation in VR is able to connect people at an emotional level, something that on a flat screen is just incomparable. That's something that is broader, and it's actually one of the things that they're going to mention later about the fact that having a 3D representation of an event is able to connect much more. And this is something that I'm afraid they miss. Trying to make the problem statement about long-distance relationship, it seems a bit off target.
Content creation for people to be able to really connect to their others in other locations. Now, so in the VR space, it takes a lot of money and time for you to create VR content together. Also, it takes a lot of data and size of files for you to create 360 content. Also, in terms of production, I don't know how to use a stitching software. Most people don't. And when you create virtual reality content, it's actually quite painful to stitch a bunch of lines together and make it perfect. Lastly, a lot of the platforms out there where you can upload these more immersive experiences aren't there yet to really experience and understand the true virtual reality experience. So enter 20-plus hour process. This is quite time-consuming for you to create immersive experience to connect to those loved ones in other locations.
Now, that's good, right? They give an idea of how troublesome it is to make from your own this kind of 3D content. On the other hand, the moment that you say just how long it takes, how much space, you as an audience, you as an investor have a hard time connecting to it. So in that specific case, what you should do is give specific numbers, because numbers create credibility. It makes it real. How much space is actually needed to make a 3D video? What kind of software? How much are them? What kind of knowledge? Long would it take to get that knowledge in order to be able to build it? This makes the problem more real and makes it less generic. And now we're gonna see what's the solution.
Enter Lucid VR.
Lucid VR. He's giving the camera.
Which captures 180-degree 3D stereoscopic content. So it's mimicking the technology of your eyes to calibrate, stitch content on board between the two cameras.
And this is camera. Take your time, that's your solution. I mean, how many months you have been working for it, right? I mean, you spent months, years, a whole team, you don't want to glaze over it. And you don't want to just kind of like sneak it to the people. You want to kind of like announce it. I mean, Steve Jobs doesn't just pass by his iPhone to the audience. He builds this hype. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. So something more like, hey, and this is Lucid VR, the first of a kind. What this can do is, and then keep on going. I mean, that's a missed opportunity, real shame.
So this alleviates the pain of content creation, of stitching. The file sizes with 180, it actually has 80 megabytes per minute recorded, which means much faster downloads and much more potential for viral VR. So what makes this different? If you look in the top left corner, you'll see.
So we have solved the problem. We are allowing everyone who is be able to step in to just create amazing VR, to share and connect with people all over the world. That's the message. That's the message, and I miss it. I miss it.
The professional space really kind of dominating the 3D area and wanting that extra level of immersion. In the bottom right quadrant, you'll see the consumer level, where there's more 360 and a consumer grade price point, but not necessarily.
That's good, nice. I mean, it's really unique.
So we are nestled nicely in the top right corner, which makes us different, where we can have a higher level of immersion with 3D, but also that consumer grade price point for consumers to adopt. So at Lucid VR, we have our co-founders with a.
And this is another one, guys. I mean, here you cannot just put picture of people. I mean, here you need to tell your story. How did the dream started? How this idea started? What kind of people? What kind of struggle you went through to pursue your dream, this vision that you had, this product that you believe will succeed? Putting people there, it's not gonna sell. I tell you, because people love the stories behind it. People love the struggle, and this is what you have to communicate, the passion. That's what people buy. And if you have a good product like Lucid VR, that's going to be a success.
In the military, and our team, we actually have an in-house production team called Lucid Studios that develops content with major retailers on a B2B side, and the rest of the engineering and marketing team as well. So we're looking to go to market this year with Q4 production ramp-up. We've had a crowdfunding campaign on Indiegogo. We've partnered with a top 5 Taiwanese ODM Wistron and other major retailers to develop content. We're also looking for partnerships in terms of VR content creators, types of VR products where we can distribute and really create a full service of products with our camera. So as everyone's seen this graph before, the future of VR is vast, and what we're looking to do is start with 180s.
No, man, don't do this. Don't do this. Everybody does it. Everyone has this optimistic projection. He did good, right? He showed what he was doing. Instead of showing your optimistic projection, show that you're good at numbers, right? So you managed to raise an Indiegogo campaign. Put the numbers. It was good. They raised more than $100,000. At what kind of stage are the collaboration that you're setting up? And what's the price point of what you're selling? Because actually their price point makes them the cheapest 3D stereo camera on the market. Do this. Show that you're good with math, because the people that are in front of you know what you're gonna do. Because people, they know that they're just gonna put super optimistic projection, and they don't buy it anymore. Too bad. Too bad.
And eventually going into other sensory types of applications where we're not only disrupting the visual component of immersive media, but also the other senses, touch, smell, sound, feeling, and making teleportation a reality. Because, you know, we're not just disrupting, communication, but we're really making telepresence a real thing. Thank you so much.
Don't end up like that. Don't end up like that, because it's weak. You have to end strong. And it was like, it seems everything reached kind of like a sudden end. You gotta kill it. The whole disruption part, it's I don't know. I didn't feel it. I don't know. Have you? I think he should have gone back to his value proposition, to his selling point, connecting people emotionally, because that's what 3D cameras are doing, right? So, and we believe that bringing our product to our market, we will able to connect people in a different way like never before. We are making progress, and we are ready to be in the market and compete with the other big players. That's it. Close it, confident, and end the talk. So that's it for today. If you have your own pitch with a client, in front of an audience, in front of investors, and you want to kill it, just let me know. We can get in touch and see what we can do. And hit that subscribe button to get the latest update on all the VR communication analysis just for you, so that when the time is coming to pitch in front of clients, investors, or an audience, you are good to go. Bye bye.